Alright, y'all already know what the fuck going on. Let's see. Alright, let's get it. Okay, I only gotta do 3. Alright, let's do it. This my team, bro. I don't really lose with this.
Things will never be the same. Never be the same again. Everything's so strange. It ain't a game no more. We were just getting living. Yesterday. Now we just reminiscing. Oh, yesterday. Keep my head above water. My eyes getting bigger, getting smaller. I've been getting richer, only made me crazy. Mama said I'm different since I was a baby. My emotions, give me a sip of that potion. No, my heart is not broken, but I feel like it's open. Please somebody do surgery. Tell the doctor come work me. I keep looking at my soul.
Damn, I gotta play this game. Hella weak.
But they talk about it.
Niggas was weird.
Oh, it's all fine. But who can say that I would be the man I will do all that I can and be all I can be. I'll keep holding you down.
The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Portland right now in the middle of a road trip. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. And here's McCollum for 3. That shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland. And the injury troubles for Jusuf Nurkic the last few seasons. But my goodness. Freak injuries too. Just bad luck.
I feel like we've said that about the Blazers for about 30 years, and for Nurkic especially. Just the broken leg, a broken wrist. And, you know, when he was in the lineup last year, Kevin, they were one of the best defensive starting fives in the game. With him being out, they suffered. Let's hope he has good health for the rest of his career.
Lillard, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Lillard with it, now guarded by Nurkic.
There we
He
go.
uses the glass on the lane.
Maybe worrying a bit too much about Lillard that time, dropping the dime to the unguarded player.
Into the lane, and Lillard throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially
That's why we
from the
get the
guy
wide
who's
on.
going to orchestrate your offense.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
Here's Lillard. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. For the three.
Great defensive effort from Nurkic. Does not make that shot easy one bit.
And it's Lillard missing. McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. And here's Covington. McCollum trying to get open. Covington's shot is off. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Nurkic. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Powell will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Here's McCollum. His last outing, he had 18 points. And that one, good. Greg, for teams that are slow out of the gate, their fans can really be impatient and unforgiving.
Yeah, the media, too. I mean, I played in New York, so in that town, you go big or you get talked about. And it happens in small towns as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sport.
Now, here's Lillard. We saw him with 39 points last game out.
And Lillard, you don't see it much, but man, when he gets up, that's an exciting play.
Here's Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got his third bucket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 3. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, 6 on the shot clock. And here's McCollum for 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And CJ has such trust in the mechanics of his shot. He gets the ball, he's able to drop right into that J.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And out of Lehigh, C.J. McCollum, probably the best player ever out of the Patriot League.
I don't think that's a stretch, Kevin. In 2013, when he was taken 10th in the NBA draft, I think a lot of people were trying to look up not just C.J. McCollum's name, but where Lehigh was in the country. But that draft pick is paid off huge for Portland. Him and Lillard have been one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league for the last few seasons. And it is a tough matchup on a nightly basis to try to produce against what McCollum brings to the table offensively.
Portland leading. And that one's on target from the wing.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Covington. That one goes. Count it.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. Up and in on the layup. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Inside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 7 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lillard outside. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal. First team
11
foul.
seconds left to play in the first quarter. The offensive rebound. The shot by Lillard wide open. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
To the middle. Out to the wing. And stolen by Lillard. Foul for three. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down, he'll throw down.
It's tipped.
Foul.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum.
That's his first.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And the Trailblazers making a change here.
On the floor.
Down low. Nance.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his third basket of the night right there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here are the Trailblazers. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
First personal. First team foul.
We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Powell. Beyond the arc. Zeller grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Portland with the ball. Now, here's Lillard. Tipped away. McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 9. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Right wing. The Trailblazers rebound. And here's McCollum for 3. Portland again missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. It's Powell on the wing. McCollum outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Nance. Over McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, the athleticism here runs in the genes for Larry Nance Jr. You remember his dad back in 1984 was in the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. And the cool story about Larry Nance playing in Cleveland, in the town he grew up in. That's awesome stuff.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1.
And the defensive versatility of Robert Covington is a real asset. At 6'7" with long arms, this guy can guard almost every position on the floor.
Yeah, that switchability is such a valuable thing in today's game. And for Covington, he's one of those interesting guys that maybe not so much on the ball as off the ball, the disruption that he can give you defensively with that length in his hands. That's where he really is a tremendous help defender.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by. Unable to get that one. And here are the Trailblazers now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Misses the 3.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And he makes that one.
And what a burst from Damian Lillard that time, just seeing that gap and getting ahead of the defense.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the inside. Nance.
Larry Nance Jr.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
All eyes on Dame that time, so he just moves the ball casually right to the open teammate.
Count that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Powell for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Left side, Nance. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Lots of room. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I love Dame's attitude. If the D is going to back up like that, that shot's no problem.
Off target with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 4. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
And it's Lillard again missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's good. Powell's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Pass to Powell. Fires from deep. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. Portland moving the ball around. Here is Lillard. Here's Zeller. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Good instincts from Lillard. Runs that pick and roll all for the setup. Ends with the assist.
The 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Drills the 3-pointer.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Knocked away. And stolen by Lillard. To the paint. Lays it up off the glass. Zeller's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And standing 6'3" at that shooting guard spot. You know, the naysayers will question McCollum's lack of size defensively.
Well, it might not be, GA, the size part of it defensively. It's the fact that, you know, you'd like to make more of an impact defensively. So forget the size. You know, CJ needs to show some more effort on that end. The best part about CJ is that he usually wins the matchup on a nightly basis because he's such an incredible scorer. And that's where maybe you make up the difference.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Down low. Kicks it out to McCollum. Launches it. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys. The offense looking very fluid right now.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. To the inside. McCollum outside. And he converts the layup. McCollum's got 11 points. And the list of players with multiple series clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs: Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets.
Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Good D by McCollum. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. There's Covington. And it's rebounded by Covington.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
It's McCollum on the wing. Driving the lane.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Here's Little. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
On the floor for your Trailblazers, Cody Zeller.
52 seconds left in the 3rd.
Damian Lillard.
Out to Nance. Back to Lillard. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And it's McCollum in the corner. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that one's good. Lillard.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
McCollum outside. And they'll get another chance. Back to Lillard. McCollum right side. Got it off in time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll return shortly. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here are the Trailblazers now. It's a three-point game.
Portland foul.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Lillard surveying the D. Clock at 6. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Your Blazer.
You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Your Blazer dancer.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Kicks it out to McCollum. Stolen by McCollum. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Lillard outside. From the arc. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
Out of bounds.
It's tipped. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Now on the floor for your
Split
Trailblazers.
second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Portland with the rebound. In the corner, it's Little. Lillard outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 22.
And this team relies on that kind of production coming at the hands of Damian Lillard. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Trailblazers leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, the defense having a hard time keying on Lillard right now because he's trying to make some plays, so keeping them honest. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
That's tipped.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
Pass to McCollum. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
It's okay to be a kleptomaniac during a basketball game. Look at those steals total. A lot of effort on defense tonight.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Nurkic with the steal. Inside. Little. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again the miss by Lillard.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
From downtown, off target with that shot.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism to play lockdown deep.
Can I get some competition now?
You a love letter, hoping make our love better. Pain in her heart, I can feel it when the love left her. Death do us part, I just hope it ain't the love getter. As she depart, I just know I'll never forget her. I wrote you a love song, hoping make our love strong. Pain in her heart, I can feel it when her love gone. Just play it smart, I hope I can make our love long. So many scars, that's what come from being love wrong. Lately I'm done stressing, can't think I'm done begging. Like baby, what's wrong with you today? Sorry, I'm done. Why would I try to build with you when you just love wrecking? Baby, I'm done teaching you like you need love lessons. Done with your love, keep it. Feel like you love leaving. You say some things you know gon' hurt, they say you don't mean it. Gave you a ring and plus my heart seem like you don't need it. Like everything just fall apart and we just done speaking. Dreams full of my fears, I done gave you 5 years. Could feel your eyes still be shining when the sky clears. It feel like love, just a cycle full of dry tears. Somehow it's always surprising when that time nears. I wrote you a love letter, hoping make our love better. I can feel it when the love left me. She's apart,
It's time for the NBA live on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Here in Portland, we have an interconference matchup with the Blazers looking to create some cheers for this home crowd. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them. I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
And in this early season, Brent, what is the feeling on a team that's trying to build chemistry?
Coming out of training camp, and you kind of gotten to maybe D, E, and F of your alphabet of plays, and you want to get those execution points down, the teachable moments on offense down. Most coaches, though, Kevin, are focused on the foundation of the defense, the rules that we set, the obligation that you have to your teammates, and to start on that end of the floor. And that's really what the first 20 games are about for most teams.
Now Lillard, following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep. Pass to Randall. The 19-foot shot. And it's good off the back rim and in.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch-and-shoot situation and looks fluid.
Now here's Lillard. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And out of Lehigh, C.J. McCollum, probably the best player ever out of the Patriot League.
I don't think that's a stretch, Kevin. In 2013, when he was taken 10th in the NBA draft, I think a lot of people were trying to look up not just C.J. McCollum's name, but where Lehigh was in the country. But that draft pick has paid off huge for Portland. Him and Lillard have been one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league for the last few seasons. And it is a tough matchup on a nightly basis to try to produce against what McCollum brings to the table offensively.
Can't cash in from close range.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Oh, tremendous find there by Kemba. He draws loads of attention, opens the court up for his teammates.
They get it back. Pass to Powell. McCollum with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clear. He had an established position there.
Next substitution.
McCollum with the ball. Defended now by Fournier. Shot clock at 5. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offensive rebound. Back to Nance. It's McCollum on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Let's let 3 fly. Again, McCollum missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. And I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Randall with massive improvement over last year and could beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a flood.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Randall's got 8 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
There's Noel. Back to Barrett. Outside for Randall. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 11.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Your laser dancer.
Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum outside. Inside. Shot to stop the run. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Well, play him to take the drive and you're backing up. He's good enough to stop right there and pull up for the easy jumper. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, he had 18 points. Randall with some nice D.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And that one's good. Noel.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Knicks out front. They lead by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Goes up on the block. Here's Zeller. And here's McCollum for 3. Kept alive. Six to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Randall outside. Pass to Gibson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Checking in for the Knicks.
Trailblazers trailed by 5. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Pass to quickly. To the middle. Here's Gibson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one
as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather own the team.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New York.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
Powell for three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Rose. Robinson left side. Back to Gibson. Rose gets a wide open look. Shot's good by Gibson.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lillard outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Portland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
I hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Overcoming challenges like it's nothing. When Walker is committed to scoring on the drive, nobody's stopping him.
Lillard from outside. Pass to Nurkic. Beyond the arc. And Damian Lillard, good for the three. Lillard's got 10.
And this is where Lillard is most dangerous. He's going to look to shoot a lot of threes.
Oh, reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And it's Lillard missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Barrett. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Lillard left side. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From past the arc. They get it back. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Such good instincts from Robinson there to throw that one away.
Halloween.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Powell's got the first field goal of the second half for Portland. Here's Barrett. Outside for Robinson. Here's Walker. Another shot. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. And that one is good. Lillard's got got 12 in the game.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find. Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
2 points. That one goes.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And the injury troubles for Jusuf Nurkic the last few seasons, Brent. My goodness. Freak injuries, too. Just bad luck.
I feel like we've said that about the Blazers for about 30 years. And for Nurkic especially, just the broken leg, broken wrist. And, you know, when he was in the lineup last year, Kevin, they were one of the best defensive starting fives in the game. With him being out, they suffered. Let's hope he has good health for the rest of his career. I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Always a solid rebounder. Mitchell has shown the ability to dominate the backboard for stretches.
And I think what it comes down to for Mitchell Robinson is consistency of effort. It's not the production. It's not points and rebounds and all that kind of stuff. It's just consistent effort for him, and the numbers will come.
Next substitution.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as much as 10.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
He gets that one. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact. And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
First personal.
So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting.
Shooting for New York.
It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
And, Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs. Their third three-pointer in a row.
And stolen by Zell. An even 3-on-3 break. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
When you think about how Derrick Rose has changed, Greg, as a player, you see some of that in almost every facet of his game.
And, yeah, over the years, he's tuned his shooting and play style in lots of little ways. But what hasn't changed is his talent for setting guys up. He's got a great eye for when and where to drop the dime.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And look out, the weather report might call for an avalanche of buckets from Damian Lillard.
To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 5-point Portland lead.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride. Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
To the inside. Gibson.
Emmanuel quickly.
It's good on the putback.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And Lillard can get tricky with that shot. He draws the foul, but still manages to squeeze that one off. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And that one's good quickly. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Fires for 3. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
Can't get it to fall.
Well, just staying alert right there, R.J. Barrett with some nice defense.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Walker, and he banks in the layup. Walker's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New York.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Simon. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in. Nurkic has got his first points of the night.
At 280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Who's coming out on the court?
And Kemba Walker, traded to the Thunder this offseason, was subsequently bought out before joining the Knicks. Walker and the Knicks seem like a perfect fit. You just hope Walker can stay healthy at this stage of his career.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Nurkic big and blocking.
A 3 from McCollum. They get it again. Lets it go with the 3. That shot is in just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Blazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
It's okay to be a kleptomaniac during a basketball game. Look at those steals totals. A lot of effort on D from them tonight.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home. First-time All-Star last season, Julius Randle was just flat-out awesome.
Brenton, which areas do you think Julius Randle has improved the most?
Well, I think making plays for other guys. I think stretching out the floor and having confidence in that shooting. And maybe that's the key word, Kevin, is just having confidence overall. And I guarantee you, so strong. Robinson completes the play. And now let's see if he can finish it off at the line for the three-point play.
Mitchell Robinson. One shot.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
With the timeout.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Next substitution, Kemba Walker.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Three-pointer, Lillard. Randall grabs the board. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard surveying the D. The long distance three is built. Lillard's got 42 in the game.
Oh, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find. Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shot. How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Launches it. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
From deep, Walker. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to just give themselves.
You know the game is over, bro.
First
130.
Doctor, give me the remedy. My partner's such a good friend of me. Constant on the block with some enemies. Stayed up. Nonsense is such a winner, young beginner be. Doctor told me the remedy is in the feet. The whole world turned plastic on his last. That's why they.